Welcome back to the channel, guys. As always, thanks so much for clicking on this video and joining me here on this episode of Wizard's Rest and taking time out of your day to come here. I really do appreciate that. On today's video, we have a little helper down here. Let me see if I can move my microphone quickly. We got Benson, my little ginger and white cat. But do keep your eyes peeled because he is a little bit of a troublemaker sometimes and you never know what he's going to get up to. But anyway, guys, we have loads of fun different activities that I've kind of pulled together here to make a fun video for you guys. And I hope you guys find this kind of stuff interesting. So up first, we're going to be taking a look at a poll that I put up a few days ago. So which house has the best common room vibe? I put, even though I'm a Ravenclaw, I do think that Gryffindor has the best common room. So let's check it out. Let's see which common room you guys think has the best vibe. So up first, Hufflepuff, which is next to the kitchens. That comes in at 31%. Then we have Gryffindor, Cozy Fire Vibes. That comes out in front at 42%. Then we have Ravenclaw, Starry Ceiling and Riddles, 14%. Then we have Slytherin, Under the Lake Dramatic, on 12% in last place. But this is kind of interesting because if you contrast this poll with a poll that I put out 8 days ago, I put the roll call. Select your house. Would love to see a breakdown of how many of each house there are. So you guys overwhelmingly chose to be in Ravenclaw. But when it comes to the best vibes, you guys think that Gryffindor has the best vibes. So most of you want to be sorted into Ravenclaw, but then most of you think that Gryffindor has the best vibes in its common room. So that's kind of interesting to see how that's panned out. And by the way, on that roll call poll, 405 of you voted. So thank you very much for the 400 of you voting on that. And then on this poll, 306. So that's 700 votes across those two polls. That's blown my mind, over 700 votes. So thank you so much to everyone who voted. Keep an eye on the community tab. I'll be putting up more of these fun polls over the next few days and the week. And we'll see what other polls we can get into. And make sure you don't miss out on voting on those polls. Okay, so up next, jumping over here to the X platform, we have a game of one has to go. We get given 4 choices. You have to delete one of them. This is ridiculously hard. So as we go along, after we've played the game, guys, after you finish the video, I want you to put down what you chose in the comment section. I would love to know what you deleted from these choices. This is going to be fun. Okay, so up first, one has to go. Butterbeer, chocolate frogs, Bertie Bott's every flavor beans, and Halloween cakes. Okay, this one's kind of easy for me. I'm not a cake person. I really don't enjoy cake all that much. I don't know if it's like the texture or whatever, but I've never been much of a cake person. So out of these 4, I'm going to delete Halloween cakes. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, one has to go. Umbridge, Voldemort, Lucius, or Bellatrix. This one, again, is pretty easy for me. I absolutely can't stand Umbridge. I really don't like Umbridge. I'm deleting Umbridge every day of the week here. But, guys, I would love to know what you would choose here. Definitely Umbridge. I can't stand the woman. Okay, Invisibility Cloak, the Marauders Map, the Golden Snitch, or the Sorting Hat. Okay, this one's a little bit more tricky. Which would I delete here? I love the Marauders Map. I think that thing is brilliant. The Sorting Hat, again, like a stable part of the franchise. I love it. The Golden Snitch, like essential to part of Quidditch. I would say the Invisibility Cloak, because invisibility is kind of like a cop-out. It's kind of like a cheat code to me. Being invisible, you can get past a lot of things. It makes life too easy. So if I had to, I would probably delete the Invisibility Cloak because I see it as like a hack or a cheat code in a way. So I would probably get rid of the Invisibility Cloak. But let me know if you had a different choice. What would you have chosen out of those 4? Okay, let's keep going. So one has to go. The Forbidden Forest, Diagon Alley, the Burrow, or Hogsmeade. Oh, okay. This is actually quite difficult, this is. I love the Burrow because it's got that cozy kind of Weasley kind of vibe. Hogsmeade at Christmas covered in the snow looks incredible. Diagon Alley with all the shops. Ah, man. Okay, maybe controversial, but if I had to get rid of one of them, probably the Forbidden Forest. Because if I was an actual wizard in the wizarding world, I would spend a lot of time at all of those places apart from the Forbidden Forest. Like, that is the place I would least likely to go, the Forbidden Forest. So, if I absolutely had to, I would get rid of the Forbidden Forest because if I was in the wizarding world, I can't see myself spending much time in that place. So, yeah, out of all of them, Forbidden Forest for sure. Okay. Moving on to this. So one has to go. Dumbledore's Army, Quidditch, Dueling, or Wizard Chest. This one, again, is easy for me. I've never played chess. I've never understood the rules of chess. I've never had an infatuation or, you know, I don't really care all that much about chess, even though I know it's important to a lot of people. So I would get rid of Wizard Chest, personally, for me. Quidditch is amazing. Dumbledore's Army, obviously an integral part of the storyline, and Dueling is obviously a fun part of being a wizard. So you wouldn't want to get rid of any of that stuff. Okay, and divination, potions, charms, or defense against the dark arts. I would say divination. I would get rid of divination. I love potions. I love the bottles, the aesthetic. Messing around, making different potions is really, really fun. Charms, again, fantastic. And defense against the dark arts, that's obviously essential to fighting back against, you know, the dark side of magic. Divination, you know, it's not something that it's kind of like looking into the future, kind of like looking into crystal balls and stuff like that. It's not really my kind of vibe, so I would definitely get rid of that. Okay, and I think we've got another one here. So Hagrid, Slughorn, Flitwick, or Trelawney. I would say here, ooh, that one's difficult. I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say Flitwick. I would get rid of Flitwick here. Yeah, I'm going to say Flitwick. It's probably not going to be the popular choice, but I'm going to say Flitwick. Okay, I think that's pretty much, yeah, so that's all of the delete one kind of questions there. So guys, jump into the comment section, let me know, would you have chose the same ones as me? Would you have gone a different route and chosen different answers? Whatever your thoughts are there, do let me know in the comment section. It's quite a fun little game there, trying to delete one and keep the rest, and I thought you guys would enjoy that. We got some Harry Potter Christmas trees. So I came across this on Facebook and I thought these looked incredible. So I just wanted to show you guys some of these pictures here. I mean, look at this. Look how cool that looks there. We've got the owl with the cage and the trunk at the bottom with the hourglass. We've got Happy Christmas Muggle, and just looks incredible, like snowy kind of Christmas tree. We've got the sorting hat at the top. We've got ribbons, Happy Christmas. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. Yeah, just a really, really vibing Christmas tree, man. That looks so cool. Okay, moving on to the next one. Again, we've got another Christmas tree. All kinds of little iconographies from the Wizarding World. We've got the sorting hat. We've got the 4 banners on the curtain rod behind. We've got the Gryffindor scarf. We've got a trunk. We've got an owl. We've even got a broom down there at the bottom. It's really, really cool, man. Like, it makes me so jealous. I would love to have a Christmas tree like this. And it kind of gives me ideas. I was looking at Christmas trees yesterday, but some of them are pretty expensive. You're talking like £100 for a Christmas tree. And I don't know if it's worth spending £100 to put up a Christmas tree for a month just to take it down and not use it again for an entire year. So I'll have to have a think about it. Okay, we have this one as well, Wizard's Welcome. I love this one. It's got the Hogwarts Express kind of going train track around the bottom, going around it, which is amazing. Wizard's Welcome sign, and again, just a beautiful, beautiful Christmas tree with presents and gifts and ribbons and all kinds of things. The sorting hat doesn't look too good on this one, though. I have to be completely honest. The sorting hat needs a little bit of work, but other than that, pretty damn cool Christmas tree. And we've got this one here as well. This one is really, really nice. Very snowy theme, Grimmauld Place, kind of lamppost in the background with an owl sat on the top. Again, the sorting hat, and really, really lovely image. Then we have a bauble, like a see-through bauble with Harry and Ron and Hedwig inside, which is nice. And again, another Christmas tree there. And we've got the wanted signs and the house banners. We've got Dobby there as well. But yeah, some really, really cool Christmas trees there to kind of start getting us in this kind of festive spirit there. I thought you guys would enjoy those images. Okay, so with that down, let's move on to this. So we're talking a bit here about Tom Felton and the Cursed Child Broadway play and how much money it made in 1 week. This is kind of crazy. So from Playbill.com, Harry Potter with film star Tom Felton sets new all-run high and more from last week's Broadway grosses. So they are talking about other Broadway shows, but we're not going to be diving into that. We're just going to be talking about Tom Felton and the Cursed Child. So let's go down here. So the butterbeer must be pouring generously over the Broadway Lyric Theatre. When Harry Potter and the Cursed Child enjoyed another gangbusters week at the box office, Tom Felton, obviously playing Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter film franchise, is reprising his take on the character in the stage play, and clearly audiences are into it. Last week, the show brought in $2.97 million, the highest take in a single week for the Tony-winning play's entire run. $2.97 million in 1 week. That is absolutely insane. And a record setter for an 8-performance week at the Lyric. The week prior was already a record setter for a 7-performance week, so it's perhaps no surprise the show flew even higher with the additional showing. Yeah, I mean, Tom Felton came in and made, you know, $3 million. $3 million in 1 week for the Cursed Child Broadway play. Just insane, and it goes to show how popular Tom Felton is and his Draco Malfoy character. So if anyone tells you otherwise, that no one cares about Tom Felton, he's not relevant anymore, then just kind of show them that, and the fact that he made $3 million in 1 week. That goes to show you just how popular the guy is. But I wanted to do a bit of an update there and just kind of show you guys how well it's performing at the box office. So that Broadway show is doing pretty well for itself. Will Tom Felton come back for, you know, will he come back next year to do the same play again? Or is it just a 1-year kind of limited run that he's doing? We'll have to wait and see how that plans out. But if they're making a lot of box office, they're going to pay him the big bucks to get him back next year as well. So, like I say, we'll have to see how that turns out. Let's move on to our final topic here, our main topic of today's video. This comes to us from the official HarryPotter.com website. Here are your most controversial Yule Ball hot takes. So guys, I've had a quick read through this article, and it's really quite a long article. So instead of reading the entire thing, we're going to read part of it, the most important parts, and then I'll link it down below in the description. So if you want to read the entire thing at your own pace, in your own time, then obviously you're more than welcome to, guys. So, from your strong opinions on fashion to divisive thoughts on dates, we wanted you, the fans, to give us your unpopular Yule Ball opinions, and you didn't hold back. And in case you guys didn't see, I've highlighted parts of the article that I think are most relevant and most important to us, just to save on a bit of time here. Because like I say, it's a very lengthy article, and we would be here for the next half an hour reading the entire thing. So anyway, was Ron actually a fashion icon? Yeah, that thrilly kind of set of dress robes that he wore, man, it was so bad. It was so bad. But I can't help every time I watch the film, man. It makes me chuckle. Like, it's so funny. It really is. Okay. It turns out not all of you agree. David Karnick even claims Ron was actually the best dressed at the ball. That is definitely a hot take for sure. When you see what other people are wearing, was Ron actually the best dressed? You know what? There's something to be said about how unique Ron's outfit was. It was vintage. Vintage is cool. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Vintage stuff is usually pretty cool. If he had just worn his robes with a bit more confidence, perhaps he could have pulled it off. Is that the case? Can you pull off a kind of really bad design, kind of disgusting, thrilly bunch of dress robes just by acting confident? Does that actually work? I'm not sure it does. But I guess if you play into the outfit when people ask you about it or look at you, I guess you could come off with the cool guy factor. I guess that's one way of going. I mean, it can't hurt. I mean, you're already in the situation. You may as well try and play into it and try and play the cool guy aspect. I guess that's not a bad suggestion. So, as Nancy Giedenberg told us, I've always wondered why they didn't alter Ron's robes with a little bit of magic. She raises an interesting point. In the Goblet of Fire book, Ron did use a severing charm to try and tone down the frilliness. However, Ron is no Madame Malkin, and the alteration attempts just left him with some depressingly frayed edges instead. We're not sure which is worse. Okay, Ron's robes showed that Harry was a bad friend. That's a pretty big take there, yeah. Like Stephen Markham, who had some strong feelings about it, Harry did Ron dirty here. Harry is literally a millionaire. He could have easily brought a new dress robes for Ron, but instead chose to let him wear those and look like a dork. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it, when you think about it? Harry had so much riches beyond his belief that he could have easily bought Ron a new set of robes to wear to the Yule Ball. And obviously, he knows the Weasleys' financial situation as well. So, being a good friend, you would kind of help him out. But was Ron too proud to accept new robes? And Harry knew that. I mean, that's the kind of thing we need to think about here. So, Ron was a proud person, but he was also self-conscious about his family's financial situation and struggled with feelings of being overshadowed. Harry was fully aware of this. He knew that Ron might have been insulted if he just brought him some brand new robes, as he would have found it condescending. So there we go, like I was saying, Harry kind of knew Ron's kind of feelings on it and the financial situation with his family, and didn't want to overshadow him by just, you know, buying him a new outfit and kind of making him feel kind of small and condescending. So I do get why Harry didn't do it, but it's a hot take for sure. Okay, pink or blue, you have thoughts on Hermione's outfit too. Yeah, this is one of the biggest sort of talking points of the whole Yule Ball kind of scene here. So, such as Mary Main, who was definitely team pink dress, the costume department was right to put Hermione in a pink dress. If her dress was blue, like it was in the books, she would have blended in with the icy decorations and not stood out visually. Absolutely, they make a good point. When you're doing a visual medium, like a TV show or a movie, you have to make sure your characters stand out against the backdrop. Like, you wouldn't have someone on screen wearing a white t-shirt while they're standing in a room with a white backdrop. I mean, because it would clash with the background. It wouldn't be easy for the character to be seen. So it does make sense why they'd put her in a pink dress in a room filled with like ice and snow. That pink is going to pop out of the screen and make Hermione stand out. So it does make sense why they would do that. Mary does make an excellent case that Hermione's dress did add a pop of warmth to the wintry Great Hall, but we can't choose. Both gowns were stunning in their own way. We're going to sit firmly on the fence with this one. So obviously it comes down to preference, but like I say, in a visual medium like a movie, having pink against a blue kind of white backdrop absolutely does make a lot of sense here. I'll link the rest of the article in the video description below if you want to go through the rest of the article for yourself. Like I say, it's a pretty lengthy article, and the video here is already running at like 15 minutes, so I don't want to take up too much more of your time. But we have the Patil twins should have had better dress robes. Absolutely. They kind of seemed like they were underdressed. Like, they should have been a lot more kind of elegant in their kind of saris that they were wearing. Better dates as well. Also, we have, speaking of dates, you had thoughts about who Harry went with. Also, and Hermione, talking about Hermione's falling out with Ron and, just what happened with Hermione in general at the Yule Ball. There's some hot takes on that. Some of you questioned whether there should have been dates at all. And that's pretty much the rest of the article there. But like I say, guys, it's really interesting, quite a lengthy article, and it's kind of fun to read into and see what people are saying about the Yule Ball. So do dive into the rest of that article if you have time today, guys. I think you'll find it really, really interesting. But there we go. That's kind of our video for today. I do appreciate you guys being here and kind of joining me here on this episode of Wizard's Rest. It's great to have you guys here. I'm so sorry that the news has been a bit barren recently. There's not been much to talk about in the way of the HBO series or other Harry Potter news, but I've been scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and put together some fun stuff for you guys. Also, we did a live stream yesterday, which was really fun. I might do some more of those on the channel over the next few days. And yeah, it's just great to have you guys here. Thanks so much for checking out the video. Be sure to hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber if you haven't done so far. It goes a long way to supporting the content. It's absolutely free, and the button is right there, guys. You see the button, the subscribe button right there? Just hit it right now. Do me a favor. It's right there. I would really appreciate that. But most importantly as well, hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any Harry Potter news coming to the channel in the near future. And with all that fun stuff down, as always, I will see you in the very next video.